Okay, I'm back. So this is part 2 of the some facts Tory Crispin won't discuss. Okay, so let's see. Tory Crispin, let's see. She waited for her husband. I think that's where we were. That's right. I'm waiting for him. Let's see. Lurking around, waiting for him to leave. Okay, not true. Another false thing. Actually, he was working out of town. And true story. Talk to Andreas. I've told the story a million times. I'm not going to tell it again. Go look on zenutv.com. Watch my videos. I explain it completely. And Tory Talks to CFI. Watch those videos. It tells exactly how I woke up. Okay? But it was a very short window of time, right? Like that long. It's like a frying pan in the face, woke up, left a couple of days later. So it wasn't some guy wooing me on the internet. I met Andreas, woke up within 2 things. He said, I believe in truth. I believe in looking at both sides. I believe in having the courage to say what I think. I don't think Scientologists are bad. I just think they're misinformed. Best wishes, Andreas. And before that, he had helped me on how to format something. So those are the 2 things that happened. But what really happened that changed my life, besides that, was that he had his full name, address, and phone number. And I thought, if he's the devil, I'm at the top of the bridge to total freedom, and we're lying all the time, phony addresses, phony emails. Here's the guy that's supposed to be the devil, full name, full address, cell phone, everything. What's wrong with that picture? Plus, when I was 21 or 22, got into Scientology, the bottom of the triangle, right? I believed in truth. I believed in looking at both sides, and I've always had courage. Okay, now I'm at the top of the bridge. Can't read books. Can't talk to people. Totally shut off. Totally shut down. Hello. Couldn't stop crying. That was the beginning of my Truman Show cracking. Didn't fully. I finally said to Andreas, I don't know what to do. Everyone I know is a Scientologist. If I leave, I'm going to lose every single friend I have, and quite possibly my husband of 27 years. And he wrote me back, and he said, I'm really sorry. I'm crying reading your email. I'm very sorry you're having to go through this. But I have to ask you this one question. What kind of friends could those be if they're going to leave you because you changed your mind? And that was it for me. It was like the Truman Show cracked in half. Sunlight came in. I was free. That was it. It was like, and it wasn't like those only 2 things ever happened. I had spent 10 years on their OT7, which is their second to the top level, and they didn't work, and I had spent 10 years connecting dots myself of different things that were wrong that I've written about many times. You can look at torymagoo.org, and that has tons of writings of all kinds of different things that I saw while I was waking up, right? But anyway, that was it. And then Stacy said, hey, what do you want to do? I talked to her, and I said, I don't even know what to do. I'm really scared for my life because I knew all this top secret stuff. And she said, why don't you just come visit for a week? And I said, okay. But then I thought, I hung up and I thought, you know, I don't want to make those videos. I'm not going to pick it. I'm not going to speak out. So I called her and I said, you know, Stacy, I'm not going to do those things. And she said, that's fine. I'm only doing for you what I wish someone had done for me when I left the Sea Org, which I greatly appreciate to this day, right? And so with that, she said, just get a van, go out to the airport, we'll have the ticket there. So I get the van, I'm waiting, the van's canceled. I get to the airport, the plane's canceled. The vice president walks up to me, and Stacy had said, bring a cell phone with you, and this is before everybody had cell phones in 2000. So I bring this cell phone thinking, I said, Stacy, they don't do stuff like that. She said, Tory, we used to run programs like that. Okay, so I bring my cell phone. The vice president walks up. You know where you're going. You're not going to see those people. That's it. I get out my cell phone. I go, Stacy, she's here. And she puts on Jesse Prince, who used to work in RTC with David Miscavige, and he says, stay on the phone. Don't set it down no matter what. We're going to get you here. So, with that, the vice president is following me around. She's carrying my luggage, right? And I have to get on a van to go to the next thing. Bob Minton, who was helping me with Stacy, gets me a ticket, but I can't get rid of her. She's wherever I am, she's following me, right? I didn't realize till later she's following down all of what's happening, where I'm going. Why? So that they could have people at the different locations. But I didn't know that. Okay, so Bob gets ticked and he goes, you know what, forget it. We're going to get you a first-class ticket. That way you can go into a special lounge, you can ditch her and get on the plane, which is exactly what happened. But Scientology's little twist on it is, she had her first-class ticket, that she was promised a first-class ticket. That's why she left, which is total horseshit. I just told you what happened. And luxury accommodations, which I ended up staying in Stacy's guest room, which was just a little guest room in a house. I mean, it's like, oh yeah, luxury accommodations. Christmas never consulted her husband, nor did she communicate with him of her intention to leave him. I didn't leave him. I left a cult. He was born into Scientology, and I knew he didn't know any of this top secret mafia stuff. I knew he wasn't going to understand what was going down, right? So I was just going to leave and then come back and talk to him, not knowing Scientology would get with him and pound these lies into his head, and he was so brainwashed he'd buy it. I was amazed. But anyway, goes on and on about how he tried to come save me, and I changed planes in Chicago, and he comes walking right up going, Tory, we need to go on a vacation. That's the first thing he said. And I'm like, go on a vacation? I know from working with OSA, that's their little go button, meaning they're going to lock somebody up in a cabin. And I have told him for years, because I have epilepsy, I was always kind of afraid they would do what they did to Lisa McPherson, where they'd lock me up somewhere and not talk to me. And I made him promise me, don't ever let them do that, ever. Because I will go insane just from them doing that. It would drive me nuts. And so I thought, oh God, that's what they're going to do. Because I knew about the top secret mafia. He didn't, right? And I knew that's what's going down. And so I said, get away from me. And he said, no, I'm coming with you. And I said, no, you're not. I'm going to do this, and then I'll come back and we'll get it together. Because I knew what would happen is he and Bill Yachty would be in Clearwater and say, Tory, it's us or these evil people. And I knew at that point I wouldn't have been able to make that decision. I wouldn't have. It just would have been too much. And so I said, no, I need to do this by myself. Me, Tory. I need to get out of this thing, and then I will come talk to you about this, okay? Not knowing they were going to compound him the way they did. So then Osa shows up. And he had said, oh, I just happen to be in the airport when you are. Wow, what a shock. We need to go on a vacation. And I'm like, whoa, is this weird or what? So anyway, I say no. And then Osa shows up, and I'm like, wait a minute, what's Osa doing here? And he's like, oh, they just have some things they want you to read, which is like a stack of papers about how evil Bob was, Stacy, and Jesse, right? Which is like now what they have about me. It's like, ay, these people are knuckleheads. Anyway, I'm not sure if I'm going over my time. I'm going to go a couple more minutes, but it goes on. Let's see. Husband went to the hotel. Oh, yeah, my husband went to the hotel room trying to get me. He sends me a note. Now, I've transformed out of a cult. I mean, it's such a huge thing for me. And I get a note from him, do you want to go to the movies? And I'm like, go to the movies? Are you kidding me? Anyway, I think I better end because I think I'm going to be over my time, and I've talked a lot. So I'm going to do a part 3 of this so we finish it. All right, there you go.